Okay, so once the algorithm has switched and confirmed, it gives me my stop if I'm wrong, and it also gives me my targets if I'm right. There's 1, 2, and 3 right here, and sometimes I get even more than that. All right, good morning, everybody. Today is July 6th, Monday. So this will be my first day trading this month so far, so hopefully we can get off to a green start. We do have a stock that's tripped the algorithm here. We got permission to get into this thing long, so volume is agreeing with what we want to do. So we're going to go ahead and jump in as long as it confirms. This has to close up here, and it'll confirm, and then we'll be in. So yeah, I haven't traded that much the last couple of weeks, and I'm probably not going to trade that much this week. It's a good thing about trading, when you have other things you want to do, you just go and do it. You don't have to be, you don't have to do anything. You can trade a little bit, make some money, and take the next 6 months off if you want. So it's that freedom is pretty awesome with trading. So it's one thing I like about it a lot. So hopefully we will get some trades in today, so we can put them up on YouTube, and then maybe we'll have a couple more trades this week. So we'll see. So we got 25 seconds here, and then expect this to confirm, and then we'll be able to jump in here. So we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Okay, so it looks like we're going to confirm here. 3, 2, 1. We are in. All right, so we're in this trade. Let's mark it up. So when the algorithm trips, it gives me my stop, which is right here. My ideal entry, which we got in pretty close to it. We're 1 penny off. And then our first target, second target, and then third, and so forth. So I did not put my stop in, though. Let's go ahead and put that in. Stop. And then 13.28. Sell because we're long. No. Oh, that's why. Market 13.28. Sell because we're long. All right, so we got that stop in. I'm going to change it to my first target, 13.61. And then I can put a range order in here as well, if I want to, set it and forget it, basically. So right now we're going to trail it up and sit here and watch. Actually, I'll put a range order in just in case something weird happens. So 13.61 is the low that I'm going to change it to, and then 13.95 we'll put as the high. Just in case I lose a computer or whatever. Alright, so we're pretty close. We're getting there. There's a pretty tight spread here. Okay, so we made it 90% of the way with this trade right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stop to actually break even on this trade. For the low, 13.45. Alright, and then going to clear that order I have up there. And then sell. So if we get stopped out, all good. Break even trade minus some commissions. If you're trading with Thinkorswim or something like that, you don't have any commissions, so no harm, no foul, so to speak. With Capital Markets Elite Group, which is what I have over here. Thinkorswim I have over here. So I use Thinkorswim for my charting. Capital Markets Elite I use for my trading. They're an offshore broker, and at least I'm using them right now at the making of this video. They're an offshore broker, so I can get around the PDT rule and I can trade with a small account. So that's why I have them over here. And yeah, so we put our stop in. So I do have a little commissions, but all good. But in the strategy, or in the trading plan, I should say, once I get 90% of the way, I put my stop in, break even, and then if it rolls over on me, it's all good. So, but most of the time it keeps on going. So here we go. Let's see. And if it does roll over, usually it just rolls over and it becomes a bad trade. So better to be out almost even. So one thing too, as traders, when you're out, when you're looking at what if you're already trading, or if you're thinking about trading, is there's more than just a strategy, right? It's okay, it's good to have a good strategy, but if you don't have a good trading plan to go with that strategy, you're probably gonna lose all your money. So a strategy is like this. I have my algorithm, it switches, it gives me permission, volume agrees, I got my targets that automatically come in for the algorithm, I trade those targets. I don't need to know anything about candlesticks or patterns or any of that stuff. I just trade what the algorithm tells me to trade, and that's it. So keep it simple. Simple switch, my simple switch algorithm. But that's not enough to be successful. Like, you have to have a solid trading plan. So my trading plan tells me, what brokers am I going to use? What's my account size that I'm going to start with? When am I going to take a paycheck? It's your business plan for trading. How much can I risk? When am I going to scale up my positions? Like, all that kind of stuff goes into your trading plan. So make sure you're looking at you're putting together a good trading plan to go with your strategy, or you might be a losing trader with a great strategy. So you definitely want to look at that. And other things I put in my trading plan are like, when do I want to trade? Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is it all day long? How often do I want to trade? And all these other questions you have to ask yourself based on your lifestyle goals. How much money do you want to make every day? Like, when is enough? And what size stocks do you have to trade? Can you do that with penny stocks, or do you have to be able to scale up to bigger stocks? All those things. So, and a lot of those questions, when you ask yourself those questions, will help also shape your strategy. You might realize that your strategy is not the right strategy for you because it doesn't fit your lifestyle goals, or something else that might be in your plan. So anyways, just stuff to think about. Hopefully we don't get stopped out here. This thing's starting to pull back a little bit, and we do have a nice little run up. So pullbacks in order. Could come all the way back down here, which is just below where I put my stop. But I'd like to have one more little push through here before it thinks about that. So we'll see what we get. Okay, 59. Looking for 61. So really, the ask and the bid over here. Ask and bid. So this will have to probably be at 62, 63. I'd like to be able to try to trail this. So ideally the bid is at like 62, 63 when I put my stop in. Or I can just set it and forget it, or just get out on the target and call it a day. But I'd like to give it the opportunity to run. I hate to put my stops in and just get stopped out and then watch it run. I'd rather put my stop in and let it back up on me and get me out, because then I feel like at least I had an opportunity to let it run. Because sometimes it'll just boost right past your target, and if you had your target already in and it boosted right past your target another 10 cents, you could have capitalized on some of that. But because you already had your target in there waiting, then you get stuck with just only that hit. But at other times, sometimes it just barely gets your target and then rolls over immediately, and on those days you'll be happy you just put your target in. But today we're going to try to let it go a little bit. 61 a hit on the ask, which means this is a done trade basically. So where are we at? Here's 57. So I need to pretty much either mark it out of this right now, or put my stop in at 57, 56. All right, cool. So it's going up a little bit. Come on, you can do it. All right, 61. All right. So as soon as this candle closes, I'm either going to mark it out, or I'm going to put my stop in right here. Okay, cool. So 61, and then sell. All right, cool. So now we're at 61. So now we have a chance to let this thing run. Awesome. So I'm going to move this to my next target, which is going to be 1378. And I could just take it out right here and take that extra 4 or 5 cents if I wanted to. And I might. We'll see what happens trade action wise here. If you learn to read level 2, it can definitely help you out, seeing if there's potential resistance building, and then maybe you just want to take your trade off the table with the bonus money that you have. This is the target. I got my target. We're good. Everything from here on out is bonus money. So right now I'm like 6 cents in the bonus money. So I could have taken my trade off the table and took that extra bonus if I wanted to, or I can wait for these other targets where there might be a reaction. Chances are when it gets to 1378, there could be a reaction where it pulls back just as it passes it. So that's why I have these other targets in here. It may not go higher, basically. All right, so we'll see. We're going to get stopped out here. And if I get stopped out, all good. I got my 1-to-1. I didn't get any bonus money, but I got my 1-to-1. That's all that matters. Let's see what happens. You got to give stocks enough room, too. Like, some stocks need room to breathe, and if you put your stop with inside their breathing zone, you're gonna get chopped up. You're gonna get stopped out. It's just gonna be a mess. So you gotta know where the stops need to be so that you don't get chopped up and let a stock breathe at the same time. But at the same time, you gotta be able to have your stops in the right place for your trading plan so you don't lose money at the end of the month. So for my strategy, I have to have a 1-to-1, so we should be out here. maybe. Come on. All right, cool. So we're out with the 1361 right on the money. So perfect. So with my strategy, it's a 1-to-1. So, you know, and I have an 80% win rate with this strategy, with this particular stock. You know, it varies for stock. I have at least 80% win rate. So with this particular stock, it goes anywhere from 85 to 90% win, which is awesome. But then I have other ones that are in the 80-85%. So, but yeah. So with that, with a 1-to-1 strategy at least, then I can calculate out based on my win rate. You know what my whole trading plan is going to be for proper risk management and all that stuff. So as long as I got the 1-to-1, we're good. So now if I have a loser, I'll only lose one on the next trade, and then I'll be pretty much, you know, break even, and then I can get a winner and get back ahead and so forth. So it's kind of how it goes. And occasionally I'll get a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 winner out of it. But cool. All right, so I think that's going to do it for me today. That will be my only trade. I'm going to get out of here and get other stuff done. I was just really hoping I would get a trade early in the morning so I can put something up on YouTube, since it's been a while since I've been able to post any videos. So today we got it. And man, now you look at it, you're like, oh, I wish I took that bonus money. Look at this thing just crashing. So, and this is why, you know, I don't get greedy, and, you know, I don't wait for it to get here. I put my stops in, take my profits, and then if I get more, I get more, and if I don't, all good. All right, everybody, have an awesome week, and maybe we'll get one more trade in this week.